Well, welcome back. It's been a while, I know. Now, it's just calendar has been full. You know, nothing has aligned with spare dates and being able to get to a lake until now, which is nearly the end of April. But we're at a new venue, and we have come to Bristol for a 4 or 5 hour session on Duchess Pond. So as you can see, lovely castle up on top of the hills over there, a lovely lake behind me that in the next 5 hours that I've got to fish here, probably need to go and pick my partner up from work. Hopefully we can get ourselves a fish. So literally, as I've turned up, this on the floor is all I've brought with me. Now, I'll go through what I'm using, the tactics that I'm going to sort of approach the lake with, really, in a minute. But I have seen 3 or 4 fish in front of the 3rd or 4th swim that I've come in. Now, I'm in this sort of like, I'd imagine some sort of double swim. I don't know if it'll pick it up, but there is a fish just out on the surface here. When I sort of walked into the swim, there was some silk kicking up out here, and there was a fish that just looked like it was, some dead lily pads here, so it looked like there was a fish on the surface, and it just sort of sank down. It didn't swim off, it just sunk down. So again, there's a couple of fish out here, so I definitely think I'm in the right area. I've got zigs. I've got my primary sort of method is going to be just sort of mesh bags on like a multi or a Ronnie rig. But yeah, I've got zigs. I was just trying to think what I've got then. I've got zigs. I've got mesh bags. I've got surface gear. I'm going to put a couple of mesh bags out to start with, but I think it's just going to be a case of walking and sort of seeing if I can find a group of fish. So, rod wise, all I've come to this lake today is just with a really light setup. Got my 8-foot MGT carp stalkers, 2-pound test curve. I've had some absolutely amazing fish on these, so I know they can handle it. I've just gone straight through, leg clip, 2-ounce dumpy pear lead, Ronnie rig, there you go, and of course Jaffa Cake pop-up. Now on that, I am just going to put a little mesh bag of crushed up boilies. So there's a swarm, I think there's some marine haze in there, and some butter crunch. So I am just going to hook this on, just literally like that, and this rod is ready to get it out in the pond. Oh no, bail arm, twat. That must be really shallow there. So for whatever reason, I cocked that right up. Well, bailiff's just come round and give me my day ticket when I paid for my day ticket. I'd already had one rod out here. Now, just sort of explain, it's my first time here, what's it fishing like, just trying to I think you need to get as much knowledge out of a bailiff as you can. Obviously I'm in the middle of setting my second rod up, and he's just said, the island down this end is where he's seen them this morning. Now, listen to your bailiffs. They walk these lakes a couple of times a day. They see the habits of the fish. They see the things that the fish are doing, where they're going, the routes they're taking, where they're feeding. They see them things where people like myself have never fished it before. I'm like, I don't know, I just gotta find fish. Like, there's obviously places where fish are, they're creatures of habit. So I'm going to listen to his advice and bring this rod in, and I'm going to get down there and see what we can find. So after listening to the bailiff's advice and coming down to this last swim in this corner, there are fish that are cruising this back channel. There's 3 fish just at the back here at the minute. They do keep dropping down and pluming up. So obviously got these lilies here. So I'm going to put a couple of rods out here. Don't know. But yeah, I'm going to get some rods out while there's still fish in the area, and I think it's just going to be a case of maybe walking around, spending half an hour in each swim. Yeah, there's a fish just breaking the surface off the edge of here. There's another 2 out there now. Another one out the back there. Right, so again, we are going with the orange spinner, the Jaffa cake, on a spinner rig. Hopefully I'm going to aim to try and get this out just in between these willows. I've said that now, it probably all go tits up. Oh, I've hooked myself in there. I've hooked myself in with a rod. Look at that. Now, size 6, nailed. Nailed in a size 10 Air Max. Right. Let's just try. Touch and go, but it's out there. So for the second rod, I've just got a zig tied up, size 6 crank, barbless, that's the rules, with orange liner, yellow bit of foam. Liner. Come on. God, my heart's beating. That was just a liner. But yeah, I've just got 3 foot. And it's just going to go out here. Just because I've seen some fish cruising. But I'm not sure the depth. So that's my aim, and obviously if I see the foam come up to the surface, then I can bring it back in, change down a little bit. So that's the plan. Oh, I thought we were going to have a ripper. Would have been nice. I think the key to the first, on the first lake, sorry, on a new lake for your first time, it's just trying to unlock it, seeing what works, seeing what things happen in what areas of the lake. I can't see the foam, so I'm going to assume that is deeper than 3 foot, which is good. Right, get this rod sorted, and then, yeah, sit back and hope that's what happens. So I've just put another mesh bag on this rod. I've brought it in, and that is because hopefully you can see. So just down on the edge of these lily pads, there was a couple of fish grubbing around. You could see them. You can tell they came in all the way along here. And I put some bait down here earlier, down on the edge of these, and they just stopped grubbing. So I'm going to try and get this into place. Not making too much noise. Could be easier said than done. Pieces. That's too long. Damn it. We're getting quick. Oh, what a palaver. Been a nightmare of my casting and underarm bloody throwing at the minute. Getting rusty. Too long without being out. So rod, I brought the jig in, and I'm now going to put the molly rig out there. 12mm cherry bait will pop up. Again, bag, goodies. And that is just going to go just out here somewhere. Very shallow out there. Very shallow. Right, what I was going to say is I've just moved both the rods. Now, I'm still in the same swim. It's just gone 4 o'clock. So, right hand rod, I did have it down here. I've seen some bubbles and some feeding activity come up just off the edge of the reeds, the lily pad, sorry. And my left hander was out on a zig, and then I've brought that in. I've put that out on a mesh bag again on a multi rig, because again, bubbles coming up, signs of feeding. Now I was just sat here mucking around with the camera, and I could sort of see that there was fish tails just sort of flapping just right over the margin. So second cast, first one went up in the tree. But yeah, second cast has gone right in there. It's about a foot off the bank, so only about a foot and a half deep, I reckon. The fish have definitely been getting in there. So hopefully it's a carp, hopefully it's not just bream and stuff. Obviously being in such a little depth of water, it could be anything. But yeah, they were cruising all the way along the back when I got in here. There is a gentleman now at the top. It's just sort of, it's just learning the lake, isn't it? Like, you know, the first time on a new venue, you can't expect to just go there and go, bang, yeah, I'm going to smash this out. Because it's not possible, you know. There is a chance that it might happen. You know, if you get on the fish and you put it in front of them and they want to feed, then yeah, you will. But on a lake, for me, when I turn up to a new lake, it's because when I got here, I was the only person on. It's like, oh, well, is my angling pressure going to push them away from where they obviously were? And I think for a little while it did. But now there's a guy turned up, literally right at the other end. I think now it's just giving him a bit to bounce towards, because obviously that's where I started. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to give it another probably 25 minutes in there, and then I'll probably bring the rods in, go for a wander with a little bit of bait, like minimal kit. I've literally just bought this. I've got a front bank stick, my alarms, got 2 8-foot NGT carp stalkers, a net obviously breaks down in the middle, unhooking mat, camera equipment, and then literally a bag of essentials. So for, you know, a quick lake where I want to be active, I want to be around searching for, you know, fish activity, signs where the fish are. I don't want to be lugging loads of gear around, so that is the reason I've done that, and it all fits in a boot, so even better. But at the minute, I think we're going to get pestered by a bream. Well, as you can probably see, I have moved. I just wasn't feeling it that side. Just wasn't feeling like the fish were there. You know, they're cruising through. Realistically, are they feeding? Probably not. Yeah, it's hard to. I know I keep saying it, but on a new lake it's hard to just sit on your hands. Like, there was bubbles coming up in the swim and I was getting liners, but I think there's bream in it, so I wonder if they were nibbling out the pellet and crumb that I've got in my mesh bags, where I think the zig initially, I don't think I give it enough time, but again, didn't bring like a marker rod or anything just to try and plumb the depth up. So I am gonna, well, I'll switch the camera around a minute, but this is like a channel, so I was opposite side of the island, I was literally just through there. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise. The M32 is literally just behind these trees. But yeah, hopefully this is just one big bowl round here. So I was round there, didn't have anything, wasn't feeling it. There's a guy over there that's fishing across that end of the lake. So I've literally got this bit and halfway there just to try and see if I can catch a fish. So first rod, Ronnie, I've gone for a white 12mm peach onion pop-up mesh bag, and then Moy rig, I've gone for a 12mm Bailey's pop-up again, a little mesh bag. So I'm going to get them out Probably just in this bay for a minute, I think. Maybe get one out in this channel, maybe, hoping that they're going to patrol, and then one out there somewhere. Yeah, it's a hard one on New Lake. I don't think it's been doing very well by, you know, the bailiffs duck fighting. But yeah, we're still going to give it a go. Still got to be in it to win it, as they say. So yeah, this is the whole bay around there. Look, so it's quite a bit of water. I think I'll put the rods here, fire them out there. Definitely fire one out along this margin. Definitely. I'm touching, just put one out here. Come on, fish! I just want one. I feel like I've been fishing for absolutely ages, and now I'm back out. I just want to go again and again and again. So there is going to be some very good videos coming this year. I know I've been slow getting them going. Obviously, with it now being April, it's just been work. It's been hectic. So I am going to do my absolute best to get more videos out to you guys. So if you're still here watching, then the support is really appreciated. It's my 30th in the middle of July, so there will be a vlog hopefully down at White Acres, just as a bit of a mixed lake sort of fishing trip. So that will be one to watch out for. I've also got a trip with a trip to Coking Farm with Jedi Carper, so thank you very much, Jed. And that is at the end of May, so that will be another one that I'll be filming. So yeah, Woodside is on my list. So yeah, there is a lot to come. It's still early in the year, so yeah, we're gonna get these rods out, sit back, clouded over a bit, as you can probably see. It's now 20 to 6, so I'm probably going to give it the rest of the session in here, as I don't want to interfere with the guy that's fishing the other end. I don't want to, you know, I would go doing half an hour here, half an hour there, but I don't want to interfere with his fishing, so I'm going to get these out, and yeah, fingers crossed. Well, we are around the back, about the other side of the lake to where I started. Got about half an hour left, but I've just come round here and I've got some zigs out. Only close. When I come in though, I spooked the fish right in close. And there's been a couple of fish a bit further out that you can see them lingering on the surface, so yeah, they're out there, they're doing their thing, and just hopefully they can nick me a fish within the next half an hour. Now, I can tell it's time to leave, so I'm getting absolutely eaten alive by mozzies and God knows what, but yeah. It's been nice to be out. If nothing happens, it really has been. I just can't wait to get back out again. So spawning is going to be coming up soon. I'd imagine on the majority of lakes of the weather that we've been having recently. But hopefully the fish can get out of the way with, and then we can start chasing them when they're looking their best again. So yeah, I will leave it here. If they do go off, then you will obviously see another clip after this. But if you don't, that I haven't been lucky. But yeah, I appreciate you watching. If you have got this far, then please do hit that like and subscribe button. I know the channel has been quiet and I've been quiet on social media and stuff, but I'm going to start ramping it up again, and I'm going to start really putting the effort in to drive this channel to the best I can make it. So for now, I'll see you in the next one.